2 bags of jewelry from the jewelry store. Now, I've made videos of these before, but I figured I'd go live maybe every week, maybe every month. I'm not sure yet. We're going to see how this one does. And I've been saving all my jewelry hauls that I get from the thrift store. So we're going to go live. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask them. If you're here live, I'll try to answer them. And if you're watching this after, I'll go back and try to answer the comments if you're watching this after I'm already off. So we got 2 bags. We're going to go through them. So this first bag, sometimes I keep the receipt inside, and sometimes I don't. This one, I'm going to dump it all out. This one I don't have the receipt in, but there's a lot there. So this thrift trip, you could probably add it up yourself, but this thrift trip, I probably dropped over $100-ish. And when I do these really big hauls, or they just freshly stock the jewelry section, I end up spending a lot, but that's fine because it's all usually really good stuff. And I try to like navigate on what to buy, making sure I'm buying the right stuff. So I spent maybe over $100 or more, but I'll show you the prices and then I'll show you why I picked it up and what I'm going to sell it for. So we'll start small here. For $5.99, I grabbed these little sterling earrings. Now most of this stuff, almost all this stuff is going to be either silver, gold, and if it's not, it's going to be like really nice designer brand. The stuff you see in my videos, Trifari, Kirk's Folly, or something just really unique that I'll be able to sell. And if you're new to this, definitely go take a peek at some of my videos after, because you're going to see a lot of this stuff I talk about a lot in my videos. So again, a little sterling silver earrings here. And on the back, they say Thailand 925. And I paid $5.99. Earrings like this is usually the ballpark anywhere from 15 to 25, depending on what kind of like style they are. But something like this, I'll probably end up getting $15 to $20. Then we'll go on the same earring kind of theme. Another $5.99 pair. Now these are really, really heavy. They're marked on the back right there. I don't know if you can see it, but it says 925 and then the maker's mark. These are really heavy. They're pierced ears. They come with sterling backings. And for $6, I'm going to sell these probably for like $20, $25 just because of the weight. Anytime I do the eBay pictures, I always include the weights because people like to know if the earrings are going to be heavy and weigh their earlobes down, or if they're really light. It also kind of goes on the price. If they're really heavy, it's going to be more silver, which is worth more money. So for $6, $20, $25, can't go wrong with that. And it's silver and gold that I'm buying. So cross my fingers, silver and gold aren't going to go down like crazy. Hopefully you want to go in the uptrend. So none of this stuff is really going to be like bad. So now these are really, really nice. I love Cameos. Cameos sell really good. A Cameo is like usually a female looking one way or the other, kind of like a side profile. And they sell really well on selling platforms. These are sterling silver. On the back, 925. It should be a drinking game where every time I say sterling or 925, you take a shot. But so yeah, so these right there on the bottom, 925. They're made really well. If you're at the thrift store, a lot of people ask, hey, how do you know what to buy? If they're made well, if you can see a lot of like the welding or the little like seams, you want to really look for a nice piece. So those are really nice. For this, I'd probably sell them for like $39, $49. Cameos do really well. Okay, now this one was $6. And if you've ever seen something like this is more like military-esque. I don't know what part of the military this is from, but I know I've sold these before and I've had these before. For $6, off the top of my head, I'm going to say around $15, $20. It could be way more, but I don't think it'd be any less than $15, $20. It's a sterling piece. It's very old. On the back, I don't know if you can see that, but it's going to say sterling on the bottom and then come some words and writing there. So for $6, I took the chance on this. A lot of the times I know, but certain things, it's a no-brainer. It's military, I'm pretty sure. It's military, it's sterling silver, it's $6. If I can buy a coffee for the same price, I can buy something really old and silver, I'm going to do it. We're going to switch it up a little bit because you've seen lots of earrings. Just saw a pin. Let's do a ring. Rings are starting to be a favorite of mine. And for $10, which is a little pricier than I usually will spend on rings, this is a really nice purple stone amethyst. I'm still learning my stones, and I've been doing this for a while, but I think it's an amethyst. It's a really pretty ring. It's got that little, I don't know what it's called, braided, like a braided edge to it. And I don't think this is a name brand. Like Pandora rings look a lot like this, but I don't think that's a Pandora. But for $10, I'm going to sell this for around $25 to $35. Now, they don't sell super quick, depending on if it's a name brand. Yes, they do, but something like this, it's not a really quick seller. Luckily, I have my YouTube and my social media platforms to push sales a little bit more. But for 10 bucks, I usually utilize a 20% off coupon, so that only came out to $8. $6, big giant sterling hoops. They are hollow, but I sell hoops a lot locally. Sometimes I'll do jewelry shows, and hoops just sell. They're still in. People still buy them, and people want real metals instead of fake stuff to turn their ears green and stuff. So for $6, I'll do a quick flip into $15, $20 for these big sterling earrings. All right, and if you're just joining, we're going to go over 2 jewelry hauls. We're in the middle of the first bag, and we're getting there. I'm saving some of the good stuff for a little bit later. All right, then I talk about gold filled a lot. Oh, we're going to do 2 at once here because I got 2 things stuck together. So we've got a sterling silver ring. This one was $5.99. Now that's usually what I pay for a ring, $5.99, $7.99. And I'll sell something like this for around 15, 20 bucks. It's just nice. It's got a double leaf there. And then it's attached for $9.99, a gold-filled bangle. Very old. It's got some enamel painting in there. Now, something like this is going to be, again, a little small, a little slower of a sale. But right here is where you're going to see where it says gold-filled. Right there. You have to open that up. And something like this, because gold's skyrocketing, gold-filled skyrockets because there's still gold in here. But because of this is really nice pattern and ornate and got that little enamel on there, something like this is going to sell for around $40 to $50. So for a $10 price tag and a 20% off coupon, I'll do that all day. I've got a person in the comments that says you got to use the $2 off coupon on those $5.99 rings. Absolutely, 100% every time. You get a receipt with your, let me see if I can find a receipt for you. So on the bottom of these receipts, sometimes you will get a survey. Do the survey. It takes a couple minutes. You're helping your local thrift store, and you get a $2 off every time you spend $5 or more. So thank you very much for that comment. That $2 off adds up. I go to the thrift store multiple times a day, many times a week. So that $2 racks up every time I take that survey. And it also supports my local thrift store and helps those employees get some, I don't know what they get, but very good comment. All right, so this had a lot of earrings. I'm going to start doing 2 at a time. So I've got $3.99, $5.99. Let's give a little look there. This is Abalone. If you've watched my videos before, I'm a big Abalone fan. They sell really well, and I guess it's getting harder to get Abalone. So it's like a shell. It's got like multicolors there. And then this one right here looks like gold, but it is sterling silver. So both of these will sell, but this one will sell far quicker because of the Abalone. This one I'll probably sell anywhere from $30 to $45. And then this one, $15 to $20 because they're small, but they are really nice. They're simple. Very nice. 2 pieces there. Let's do a pin. Pins are tough. I don't always buy pins because people don't wear them. But if it's something for $6, it's a sterling silver pin. Very basic. Just got some gemstones around the outside. Is it the biggest moneymaker? No. I just sometimes the addiction part of the jewelry buying gets to me, and I just couldn't leave that. I'll end up selling this for 20 bucks, maybe take an offer, 16, 18, but I just couldn't leave that behind. I'm going to show you a banger. This is one of my favorite pieces. It was only $5.99. Now, I don't know if I did the video on it, but I have a short form video of this. And this is one of my favorite pieces. If I could get away wearing it, I would. But look at that bangle. It's got some stones, some turquoise, different color turquoises. It doesn't connect on the bottom. I have to see if this is Navajo or not. This is marked somewhere here, because I wouldn't buy these if they're not marked. But just the way that's made, for $5.99, this is probably going to be one of the best scores in that lot. I'll probably sell this in upwards of $100. I'm not sure exactly. I have to do a little bit of research on it, but a really nice thick bangle like this. And if I can find that, maker's mark somewhere on this, I will show you. Oh, right there. So you really can't see it. It's right there. If you can see it, you have an ugly mug in there. Right where my fingernail is, right there. It says 925. And I want to look at, see what little figures are there. But these are beautiful. Upwards of $100. I've sold ones like this. Same weight, almost the same design, but more turquoise other than like the Blackstone for like $150, even $250, depending on who makes it. But this is at $5.99. This is the score of the day, probably of this lot. So that's a really nice piece. Brooches are big with guys now at formal events. I just got that comment. Absolutely. If you look at the red carpet, look at these celebrities. They're all wearing stuff, especially little chains, things on their ties that connect to their shoulder. Very, very good point. You want to make sure that you're buying stuff that is going to be kind of with the flow of the public and the pop culture's eye. So very good comment there. I'm going to show you two gold-filled things because everybody's going crazy about the gold price. Gold-filled does sell if you can get for the right price, and you can get really nice pieces. So if these were kind of banged up or dinged up, I probably wouldn't have bought them. If they were super cheap, I'd probably scrap them. It scraps for about the same as sterling silver. So when I say scrapping, it means somebody's going to buy them just to melt them down because they're broken or they're crappy. But these two are beautiful pieces. One was $9.99, and this one doesn't have a tag on it. The tag is probably here. It probably came off. We'll see if I can find that tag in there a second. But this one is $5.99 here. And both of these, this would probably sell because it's got some weight to it for around $25, $35. And this one, a little bit cheaper, maybe 20. I would say still a $20 bill on that one right here. So two nice gold filled. Now, if you're looking at these in the store and you see something that looks like that, they're not usually going to say it inside. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to open it up. And this one is just like this one. When I showed you this one a little bit ago, it has that little piece in there. This one is the same one right there. It's the gold filled markings right there. And then this one is on the side right here. Now you can't see it in my videos. I definitely do close-ups, but in lives, it's right there is where it's going to say gold filled. And again, gold filled sells. A lot of people leave it behind, but if they're cheap, like $5.99, $3.99, $8.99, you shouldn't be leaving it because you're leaving gold behind. Okay, now going with let's do a nice bracelet. So this bracelet's beautiful. Real stones, and if you don't know about, if you don't watch my videos, I say if you put a stone on your face or like a sensitive part of your body, it should be cold to the touch. That's how I tell if stones are real. That is a beautiful bracelet. It's got some really cool like marbling designs on it. 20 bucks. 20 bucks. It's sterling silver. Right there is where you're going to see it, sterling silver. And this bracelet I'll probably sell $75-ish. I like to list my stuff a little higher. I do take offers, but I know pieces like this, they're made really well. You can't buy quality like this anymore. So $75 is a great price on a really nice, heavy bracelet like this. And it just looks really nice, whoever's going to buy that and wear it. So somebody said in the comments, do you think that Village Christmas homes sell for a lot? I stopped buying a lot of home goods, but with Christmas coming up, I do tend to look for Christmas stuff because it's coming up, Halloween. the fall items, Christmas stuff. If I can get it cheap enough, this is the perfect time to buy because Christmas is right around the corner. So for $10, I grabbed this Pandora bracelet. Now, this is a newer Pandora bracelet. Now, there are some older Pandora bracelets. Let me see if I have one. So this one is like an older style Pandora bracelet with that older style clasp. Okay, there are a lot of different ones. This one right here is a Camilla bracelet. But Pandora is usually known for this one. About 10 years ago, they were huge. But Pandora is starting to come out with different kinds of bracelets like this one. You can see it says Pandora right there on that little ball. And they're coming out with more styles, so it's not just that claspy bracelet, but still is able to put charms on it. And this is a Pandora paw charm. See if I can get that. There we go. It's a little dog paw. And to know if it's Pandora, if it says ALE 925 right there, ALE 925, that is sterling silver. And that is Pandora. The ALE is their hallmark or whatever their brand name, that's what they are. So for $10, this will sell for around $40 with the charm, or I might sometimes separate it, sell the bracelet separately, and then the charm separate as well. Now, don't get fooled. Pandora, Alex and Ani, Camilla, they were huge back then. They are not as big now. So do not be paying crazy prices for those pieces of jewelry because they don't sell for as much as they did 5, 10, 15 years ago. Take a little swig. Next, well, let's do another Native American style bracelet. And when I say that, it's usually the turquoise and the animal figures on it. You have to make sure if you're going to label it Native American, it has to be a Navajo. It has to be stamped. You do not want to sell fake stuff. The quality in these are amazing when they are those brands. So I really do my due diligence to make sure I never misrepresent a piece of jewelry. But this one is a nice little eagle right here with a piece of turquoise in it that is real. And then these are going to be stamped inside right here. This one's stamped sterling. And I have noticed when they say sterling over 925, if they say sterling, it's usually a little older. Now everything's stamped 925, which is 92.5% silver. But I love seeing that sterling words. Same thing, it means silver, and that's what you want to look for. This one, $50. I'll do some research on it, but $50-ish for this bracelet. Next, I got some pieces here that don't have price tags on it. Let's do 2 pairs of earrings. $5.99 here, $3.99 here, both sterling silver, and both of them are going to sell for around $20. They're just easy shipping. I pat them up, I throw them in a small bag or box. It's, 3 ounces, and it's like $4 to ship these. So this is just no-brainers for me, and I do sell things locally. So at these prices, you can't beat it. Then, let's do another Pandora. Remember I told you that Pandora is doing new styles to catch up with the trends. Well, here's another one. It's a Pandora bracelet with a little ball instead of that clasp. And the beads are a lot smaller. They're a lot sleeker. They're not so bulky like the old ones. And this one was only $10. Now, when I find the newer styles like this, I do buy them because people are starting to go to the designer Pandora other than buying something like this that's just silver. They'd want to have that name brand associated with it. I just came back from Disney, and Pandora is huge in Disney. They do tons of different charms. Something like this, $30 with the 2 charms, $30. And for $10, I always use a 20% off coupon because I always donate back to the thrift store and they give me that 20%. So it's only $8. So not bad. Let's see. I am a huge fan of turquoise. I've already said turquoise a bunch of times because it's the stuff I buy. I'm not going to show you the price. I don't know if you just saw it or not. But I'm going to hide the price for a second. I do have a comment that says, does Brighton, I think I always say that wrong. Brighton still exists. It's like Pandora. Yes, it exists. Brighton is a brand that does, it looks like sterling silver, but it's not. It does sell. You have to buy it super, super cheap. And it does sell. It sells for me. I just don't buy it a lot because you have to find a really unique piece and you have to buy it dirt cheap for it to sell. But great question and great name brand recognition. So this one, turquoise bracelet, I just showed you the price, whatever, $12.99. You cannot say no to a real turquoise bracelet, giant silver clasp. This whole thing is silver, okay? It's beautiful for 12 bucks. Like to leave this is a sin. And then if you look on the back, right there, 925 with a faded name brand. Something like this I'm going to sell 45 to 60 bucks. These pieces, you can't go wrong buying these. I don't think they'll go down in price. They're just going to go up because of the craftsmanship. And I've looked at turquoise jewelry that's getting made in this era. It is nothing like the older stuff. So for $12, it's a no-brainer. We got a little bit left here. Let's do some rings. I love a good ring, and we'll do 3 at a time here. So we have a $5.99 skeleton key ring. We've got I'm going to do that one last. We've got a $7.99 Alex and Ani sterling silver ring. And then I did spend, I paid up for this one a little bit. This one is a turquoise marquee. I think the marquee is the oval kind of diamond like that, stone like that. So it's a marquee turquoise on sterling silver with some braided sides right there. I paid 20 bucks for this, but I should be able to sell this for $50 to $70. I have to figure out the name brand, but there's a little design in there, and I think that's a very well-known designer, and I think they go for 50 to 70 bucks on this. So with the 20% off coupon, I got $4 off of 20. So I had to. I can't. So here is the other 2 rings here on the side. Each of these rings will sell for about 15, 20 bucks. Rings, if they're just silver, cool, nice silver rings, $15 to $20. Bracelets, just a nice regular silver bracelet, $15 to $25, $30, depending on the size. Necklaces, anywhere from $20 to $35. That's like the regular prices I have in my head. Now, if it's designer or name brand, then you're looking up higher prices. I got a couple left on this bag, and then I still have this other giant bag. Definitely put some comments down below. I'm going to try to answer those. And if you're watching this after that went live, definitely comment, and I'll try to go back and answer those comments as well. So this is a neck. I don't think have we done a necklace yet? For somebody that's been here, have we done a necklace yet? I don't think we have. Well, this is our first necklace. If you can remember, about 15 minutes ago, I told you what ALE 925 stands for. If you know, go back and watch it or put it in the comments what you're thinking this is, but this is that brand. You need to know this because when you see that, let me show you one more time. So you got the little crown, which everybody knows that. You've got to know that. And then go here, ALE 925. So this is a Pandora necklace, but this is a necklace that has the wrong charm on it. The reason I paid so much for this, which I don't know if you saw it, but it's $30. I paid up for this because this is the wrong charm. This is not a Pandora charm, but it's sterling silver and 10 karat gold. So when you look on the back here, right there, I don't know if you can see it with me being live. Sometimes I zoom in on my videos, but it says 10 karat 925, which is 10 karat gold and sterling silver right there on the bottom. The pendant I'll be able to sell because it's gold and silver. The pendant I'll be able to sell for around $50 to $70 depending on the name brand. I have to research it. The Pandora necklace that usually you add charms to is going to be probably $25 to $35. I haven't done my research on Pandora stuff lately, but $25 to $35 on the Pandora together combo. So for 30 bucks, 20% off coupon, I got $6 off. Can't beat it. Got a couple more from this bag, and then I have this other bag we're going to go over. And I've got a couple things here with no price tag. They either fell off. Sometimes the price tags fall right off, but this one has a really nice mother of pearl inside. And then it's sterling silver marked on the back. And I don't think I would have paid more than $8 to $10 for this because it's got that giant mother of pearl in the middle. I probably sell this for $25 to $35. And again, it's a pin. People don't really wear pins anymore, but as a comment popped up from one of the people watching, people are starting to wear more things, especially males with like tuxedos and suits. They're starting to put more pins on them, so always go with the trends. Then we've got two more earrings. They are both $3.99. So these are really long, dangly earrings. And these are, I don't know what stone that is. They kind of look like mother of pearl, but somebody in the comments is going to tell me exactly what it is. But $3.99, both of these will sell for around $20. $15 on maybe the smaller ones, but these long, dangly ones with those really cool iridescent little gems, about $15, $20 on both of them. Again, 20% off coupon, don't forget that. And then we're coming down to the last of it. I've got gold-filled. I'll do the gold-filled bracelet next. If I can untangle, I'm going to do both at the same time because I'm not going to sit here wasting your time untangling this. This one was $5.99, and I had to get it because, one, I live in the Ocean State, and I love beach and nautical themed things, and that is a giant sterling silver sand dollar. So I'm going to flip it around. You're going to see right on the bottom, it says STER, S-T-E-R. And again, that means it's a little older. Right on the top there, S-T-E-R. And that is all sterling silver. Good weight to it. And then if you've ever broken in half one of these sand dollars, or if you've ever had a sand dollar and you shake it, it's got little, like, people call them little seagulls. So they kind of look like these little birds right there. And it has all these little bird seagulls that are usually inside the sand dollar, like a real sand dollar. So for $5.99, I'm going to be able to sell this sand dollar necklace for around $35 to $45 because I've never seen one of these before. Okay, and then a gold-filled and pearl. Pearls are coming back. My wife is obsessed with pearls. I have a lot of people asking me for real pearls with like a sterling or a gold clasp, so keep an eye out for them. $5.99 there. Gold-filled and pearl bracelet. It's a little small, but for, what did I pay for it? Yep, $5.99. So for $5.99, I'll sell this for around $20 to $25. It's a little smaller wrist, but that's okay. I couldn't leave it. Some of this stuff I just can't leave. Okay, and then I got a couple rings. I'm going to save the necklace for last, and then we'll do this bag here. So I've got 4 rings here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we'll do this whole thing. So this one, $5.99. It's very similar to the one that I've already showed you, and you're going to see a theme of that. Oh, wait, did I already show you this one? All right, I already might have shown you this one. Oh, no, I didn't. Here. Whoop. Throwing things everywhere. So I showed you this one, and this is the other one. They look really, really similar, but they're just different brands. This one was $5.99, and I'm going to be able to sell that one for around $20. And then this one, I never, ever pass up a clatter ring unless it's overpriced like crazy. So a clatter ring are the 2 hands with the little heart and the crown on top. This one was $10, and my clatter rings that I sell, I try to make sure that they're vintage. The new ones, they don't sell as much, but the vintage ones, anywhere from $25 to $50, depending on how heavy they are. This one, more on the $20 range because it's a little smaller. And then for $7.99, I got this little double knotted ring here, $15, $20. And then for $7.99, I got this really thick, it's thick, just a regular sterling silver. I don't even know what you'd call that, like a crease. And this one around $20, $25 for that one. All right, and then finally from this bag, and then I have this other bag. This one was $7.99, and it's got a really nice, I'm not going to sit here. There we go. I untangled it. $7.99, and then it's a nice, it's all sterling silver necklace, and then it's got a dangle pendant, and it's got a turquoise here, and then a pearl here. I already told you, pearls are coming back. You got to look for them. People are looking for them, so if you're here as a reseller, people want these. If you're here just a viewer, I've got them, so go check my eBay. But really nice pendant here. $7.99. This one's going to be around $45 to $55. And again, remember, I always use those 20% off. So the price that you see usually isn't the price that I paid. So that is for that bag. That was a giant haul. I don't know if anybody did the math, but I definitely spent a good $100 or so after my coupon. And then I still have a second bag. Now, if you haven't followed my channel, it's been playing in the background. I do long format versions of kind of these little hauls, and then I also do versions of me going actually out and thrifting. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see me doing this live when I actually go find it, instead of me just showing you what I found, showing the negotiation, if it's a yard sale or an estate sale. But this bag, I did a video on, it's not that one. I did a recent video. I posted it 2 days ago, about 24 hours ago, and some of the stuff is in that bag. So definitely go see me buying it at the actual thrift store. But we're going to go through this one. I'm just going to read some of the comments. Just picked up a vintage bone bracelet with a 14 karat inlay. So a 14 karat inlay is, it'll be a bracelet and then it'll be laid in with 14 karat. Wouldn't be all gold, but that's really cool. Inlays are awesome. Really cool score for only $2. That's great. An inlaid bracelet, if it's 14 karat gold, definitely $50, $70 or more. Somebody asked, what's my favorite to look out for? I like Native American jewelry. So like this stuff right here, I love finding that. If I can find it cheap enough, this one was like the score of the day, $5.99. Finding something like this that has history behind it, that somebody made it. It's got, you know, blood, sweat, and tears in jewelry like this. I treasure these kind of things, and I make sure that they go to really good homes. Great question. Okay, so now we're going to go through the final bag. This one, let's see if it has a receipt in it. It does not have a receipt. And make sure there's no jewelry in either of those, because the trash would get some nice, good jewelry. And that's something. All right, so first thing is, this isn't jewelry, but it's just, I don't know if you guys know what this is. If you know, see if you can write it in the chat what this is. Definitely let me know. I actually had to do a little bit of research on these. I found them before, but on these specific ones, I had to research a little bit. If you look on the sides, I'm gonna open these up. It says Estee Lauder. It's a very big cosmetics brand, but you actually put perfume or lipstick, or I don't know what you put in here, but it's so you can put stuff in here and then whatever, or perfume, and do whatever you need. But these are old, vintage, 80s. And usually ones like this, it has to be Estee Lauder or like a well-known brand company. They sell anywhere from $35 to $50. I found two of them. I'm not going to tell you what I paid for them. You're going to have to go watch the video, the one I just posted, to see how much I paid for these. But these are beautiful. It's got a set. So I don't know if I'm going to sell them as the set or I'm going to sell them as a quantity. But they're I couldn't leave them for the price that I paid for them. So that's a good. Is my favorite from the entire lot here. I'm going to save this. This one and one more piece in here is from that video that I posted a day ago. So I'm going to save this for the end. This is a really nice bangle, just silver, sterling, $5.99. It says sterling over here on the corner. It's just really tarnished. And these bangles, because of the weight to them, these bangles sell anywhere from $25 to almost $50, depending how heavy they are. So really nice bangle there. Let's do a couple rings. I told you I never leave a claddagh ring. This one, really nice. It's thick. It could qualify as like a man's ring because of how big it is. Okay, and I paid $10 for it. Let's see if I can get that to focus. There we go. I paid $10 for it, and it's just a really nice, thick claddagh ring. And I'm going to sell that for around $35 or more. This one has a kind of like a, I don't know, it's like a blue opal. I don't know if there's a blue opal. I have no clue, but it looks like an opal, and its blue. Opals are usually white. So it's got a blue like opal look to it. And I paid $7.99 for that one. About $20, $15, $20 for this one. Okay, I paid $4.99 for a rubber band. Now, this is a very, very special rubber band. No, I'm lying to you. I have no clue what this was. It's just a rubber band. But for $4.99, it was something. I'm going to put this aside, but I didn't pay $4.99 for a rubber band. But I did pay $5.99 for a Hummingbird pin. Now, I did look up this Hummingbird pin. I can't tell you what it's going to sell for because it was in that final video, that last video that I just posted. But this sold for a lot more than I thought, and I only paid $5.99. That's a really, really nice pin. Oh, sterling silver. Sterling silver. It's marked right on the back. I don't know if you can see it. It shows it in the video, but it's right there, and it says 925. Bangles. Told you, bangle bracelets. Silver bangle bracelets. I got 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here is the 4 silver bangle bracelets. This one is $3.99. Should sell for around 20-ish, maybe 30. I have to do the weight on it, but 20 bucks. This one is $5.99, but it's got some really nice flowering on the side. It's got some really nice design, and the brand is Dancraft, and that one sells for a little bit more. So I'm going to think about $35 for this one, and I will clean these up. They're heavily tarnished. That one I might leave, but this one I'm going to clean up. And then this one, $7.99, and this one just has a little locking clasp here, right there. This one's going to be a little bit more on the cheaper side, probably $20, $25, because it does have a little bit of weight to it. And then this one is super heavy, $5.99. It's really heavy. It's all solid. These are solid at the little end, so it gives it a lot of weight. So I'm thinking around $30 to $40 for this one because of how heavy it is. That's a really nice piece too. I'll save that. Let's do 2 more rings. This one I bought for $5.99. Oh, let's see if you can see it. $5.99 there. And I always forget the name of this. If you know the name of this, like they're like almost look like black gems. If you know that, put them in the comments. Help me out, chat. If not, if you're watching this after, please still put it in the comments. I bought that for $5.99. Someone told me that people look for these. It starts with an M. Masonite, something like that. But I looked up. It's about 20 bucks, 30 bucks for that. And it's thick. It's got a big band. And then this one is another double knot. $5.99. And the double knot right there, because people like that. It represents and means something. I forgot what it means, but 20 bucks for that. All right, glass. I never used to buy this kind of stuff. So these are my first things to list. The stuff that's like pure silver, like all these like all metal bracelets. I usually post those second. But these I post first, something that's like glass and silver. And I'm going to give you just a little look of what I mean. Like, these are the things that are going to my eBay people to list first. They're not pure, they're not all silver. They've got gems and beads and leather and other things with it. I actually list these first because these sell quicker than the solid silver, if that makes sense. I don't know why, but they sell quicker. So I never used to buy these. They're like all glass beads, just glass. It looks like maybe Murano glass. And then it's got sterling pieces, little clasp right there. Says 925 on this little clasp piece right here. And this sells for around 25, 35 bucks. And it's not a lot of silver. It's more glass. I don't know why. Talk to my eBay. Don't talk to me about it. But this stuff does sell. A color scheme like this will probably sell better in the fall and like Halloween time. But I'm going to list this and it should sell within a month. This was also in that last video. It's a little bumblebee with a little amber gemstone in the back for $5.99. I'm not going to tell you what it sold for. Definitely go see that video that I just posted, but it's some good money. Another one that was in that video for $5.99, a little music note. I'll tell you this one because I don't know if I put the comps in for this one, but the little music note, it is just sterling in the back. Right there, S-T-E-R. And the little music note's around $25 for the little music note. I don't know where this came from. So I've got two. Oh, this one is earrings. So this one went here for $3.99. And these are just little dangly earrings. I put these in the video that I posted a day or two ago. I just didn't put comps for it. For $3.99, I'll sell these for about $15, $25. I got to figure out what the stone is. Fortunately enough, I don't figure that stuff out. So that's why I'm not as good at it. I have somebody that does all my jewelry, and she figures out all the stones for me. But yes, they're some sort of really cool stone. That's why I'm thinking more of the $20, $25 range for these. Okay. And then let's finish off with these two rings, and then I have my two favorite to end the night on. So again, I can't leave clatter rings. This is just a thicker one. So I've had 3 so far total for this haul. Right there, really big. So this one's gonna specify for a man can wear this one if they want like a chunkier ring. $5.99. This one's gonna be more towards the 25, 35 range because of how thick it is. And then this one is in the video right there. It's got like a turquoise and then 2 other stones in there. And I only paid $5.99. And that's very unique. Made really well. Got those 4 stones all the way through. And something like this is, I think I put them in the comps on that video. And then finally, the last 2 pieces. These are beautiful. The first one really surprised me. Again, it's posted in that video that I just posted. It's sterling silver. This chain is not. This chain is stainless steel. The chain is on the wrong, the pendant is on the wrong chain. So I didn't buy it for the chain, but it's $5.99 right there. And this chain is sterling silver. It's marked right in here. You can't really see it because it's so dirty, but it's marked, oh, right here, I'm sorry. So it's marked really small at the top, and then it's marked right here. 925 with a little maker's mark up in there. But when you find out in that video, when you find out how much this sold for, it completely blew my mind for that one. Someone just put, it looks like Toretto from Fast and the Furious. Yes, it does. Hold on, now I have to rock it. I have to, let me see. Bruh, I want to keep it. And then finally, this one is also in the video that I just posted, and this is for $5.99. Tell me that is not an amazing piece. It's homemade. It's handmade, homemade. It's sterling silver on the back here, and these are all turquoises. It's huge, and I showed you the sold comps in that video that I posted a day or 2 ago. So that's the haul. That's my 2 bags. I've got tons more. Let me know if you want me to do these weekly. Let me know if you want me to do these monthly, because making videos is getting too, it's too long. I have so much backed up stuff to do, and I'm going to show you real quick what I mean. I have these jewelry jars to do for jewelry. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 videos to do. I buy these, and then I'm saying to myself, I can't open them without doing a video. Like, they're specifically for content. So the people that I buy the thrift store I buy this from, they're like, you still have those jars? I'm like, yeah, I haven't. I bought it like a month ago and I still have it. And then I have all these little baggies. All these little baggies I have from every thrift trip I go on. I save them because I did a video once on doing a haul of my thrifting and the jewelry, and you guys loved it. So if you can, let me know if you want me to do these weekly, monthly. If you don't want me to do them at all, my content is specifically for my followers and my subscribers. So if you guys don't want it, I'm not going to do it. And please, if you're not subscribed already, definitely hit that subscribe button, because I try to teach you guys, as you see in these videos, I'm trying to teach you guys how to do this yourself in your area to make a little extra cash in times that are a little difficult right now. So every piece of knowledge helps, because as I tell you all the time, the more you learn, the more you know, the more you make. So I'm hoping that I'm helping you make some more money. So let's see if I can end this and not be awkward, because every time somebody ends a live, it's awkward, and I don't know how to end this. But I'm going to keep stalling as I'm trying to end this. Pin the stream, start a poll, filter, and there's the end. Have a great night. Thanks, guys, and let me know if you want me to do more of these. Peace.